It just, to me, it's just fascinating how people's attention span keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Because there's more content to consume. We don't got time to sit there and wait.
Your attention span was getting shorter. Niggas is getting dumber too. You see that, right? Like,
yeah, niggas don't even like let the beat build anymore on Instagram. They just come in rapping.
The music is like a minute 30 now.
Yep,
it's going back to like the 60s.
Yeah,
where it's
verse,
like
hook, verse.
Ain't no bridge, ain't no intros, just straight.
What was that first saying? He ain't doing three verses a song?
No more of that.
For what, nigga?
No more of that.
Niggas is hopping on that bitch like the baby. Fuck letting the beat breathe. Nigga, I paid for this whole beat. I'm rapping on all of it.
And to me, that's just my blood. But
anyway, want to go last. You know what I mean? If you get that second verse, it's like, you might be, I don't know, my nigga. If that verse ain't hit, you ain't gonna never hear that bitch again.
That's just
if you gonna go last on that bitch, you gotta be a killer. Like if you doing the collab, it's like, oh, it's such and such, and we got blah on the track. Oh shit! Oh yeah,
but before you had that going stupid,
Right. Let alone the beat. Don't even talk about the beat. That first 3 seconds, you gotta know if that beat hit or not. Or if the drop about to come in. Alright, that drop ain't dropping. Hold on.
And really, it ain't about the beat. It's how you come on to the beat. I feel like.
Exactly.
But.
Hey yo, shut up.
This nigga flirting with the beat.
Anyways, Associated Little Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at @AdopeLittle You can email us your art, any inquiries or any questions or just anything.
Any beats you want this nigga to,
finesse,
provocatively stare at and listen to.
Right.
For 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Send it to adopelowpodcast@gmail.com.
99 cents a minute.
7 seconds. That's
a hotline work.
Oh God.
How you week, Griff? You coming off a lot these past couple weeks.
Man.
One of the busiest men I've seen in Columbus. I seen you on my timeline, other people's timeline.
Bro, I'm like one of the hardest working. I'm like James Brown out here.
Hardest working man. Show business.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But like, the Red Fest, like, that shit was like legendary, monumental, overwhelming. I did, because I performed twice. So I did, I'm a part of Mojoflow. They're one of the top bands in the city. So we had Mojoflow started at 9. At another stage, Harmonic Soul started at 9:30.
Oh shit.
And so I had to get a drummer to fill in for me for my band, Harmonic Soul. But it all worked out. And so like I was only able to catch the last 30 minutes. And so after I got done playing with Mojoflow, I had to be on my Michael Jackson, so I had to I took a cart. I said like, I need a cart, and even though the other stage was like walking distance, I could literally like walk there in less than 30 seconds. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm about to be on this cart.
It's all about the presentation.
I'm gonna be on this cart like this. You know what I'm saying? And so I got over there and like it was like a block party, yo. It was like a block party, like and like most of that crowd was like our crowd. Yeah, like most, you know what I'm saying, like people that came to our shows before, like could come and consistently, show us support. So I'm definitely still off a high off of that. And we had an after party at the Dallas, which was like a good time. Oh yeah, Dallas! Shout out to the Dallas, man. That's a gym in the city. Like a lot of people go in there. Actually, shout out to them. They just got brunch now. So make sure you check them out every Sunday, 10 to 2. So, but this week, man, I just been chilling, man, just hanging out with people that I care about and just taking the time to chill out, and that's pretty much it. So,
man, with all that business, you got to recharge.
Yeah, I'm definitely recharged for sure. So,
what do you do to recharge after coming off such a big win like that?
Not shit. Not shit. I just sit at home. Listen to music, or like go outside. I like getting out in nature, so like nature also helps me calm down. So I go out in nature, listen to music, like just do nothing for real. Like just it's okay to like I have to remind myself it's okay to do nothing.
Yeah.
We grind so hard, so like always make sure to take those moments until like make sure, even if it's like for like a day or like a couple hours, just chill out and just do nothing.
How often do you get those moments? you see you working hard as shit?
No, actually, like just like it's a lot more often than people think. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like like I don't have like a 9 to 5, so it's like I can like the beauty about it is like I'm able to wake up when I want to, go to sleep when I want to, do whatever I want to, especially like during the daytime, morning time. So if I want to make some money, I could like I want to do some like Uber or Instacart or whatever. Yeah, so I just basically just take those time and just chill out and just relax. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I got going on that day, I just do it. So.
Okay. You said listening to music. Who you listening to, bro?
Myself. Different people in the city. I listen to like Anderson .Paak, like jazz, Kanye. I'm like eclectic of all, no pun intended, but like I'm eclectic in like music I listen to, but it's like mainly like those music, like I just love music, period. So that's music. Just music. I just listen to music. That's it.
And you can tell that in hearing your work, because it's very heavy on the instrumentation.
Yeah.
And as a former band nerd myself.
What you play?
Man, I played.
Tell the truth.
I played. This is back in the day. The tuba. I tried. Dabbled in the drum. Yeah, oh yeah. I walked that bass line on the But that dabbled in the other brass instruments. Started out playing the clarinet like the 5th grade.
Like everybody played the clarinet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I did.
Or the recorder.
Yeah. Just dabbling, just getting exposed to all different kinds of music. Because when you're in the band, you don't get to play what you want to play. So you're gonna play some Bach and Beethoven and classical shit, and then in high school got to be in the jazz quartet or whatever and play that shit. So you got some swing shit. Yeah.
I was definitely a band geek.
So is that how you got involved like in music? Like what? Just so.
What were you playing in the band for? You mean
drums?
Okay.
So you've always been a drummer?
Yeah, I've always been a drummer since like the age of 2 or 3.
The snare? Do you have all the little drums in front of you?
My mom would say like in her womb, like I was tapping the rhythm of the beat. So I guess I've always had it in me. So like I was always like banging on stuff, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever is in front of me, just tap. You
Do you still have those habits?
Yeah,
You can
all the time.
You can just hear a beat out of interest.
All the time.
Oh my god, I used to drive my fucking mom crazy with that shit.
Like my mom got used to it. She's like, that's my son. It's
part of his charm.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for my parents. You know what I'm saying? They never like stifled me, nothing like that. They always like saw and just kind of catered to what they seen. So like I think I got my first drum set, junior drum set, like 4 or 5.
Oh shit! You've always been big.
I've always been a drummer. So yeah, I've been playing at church since like 6.
Which is a heavy I played at this small church one time. I'll never do that shit again. I don't have any like professional training. The drum was on like, my cousin can play a little bit. I'm like, I fucking out. Never again.
That's like a lot of musicians like stumping around.
Yep. That's where you start.
That's where you start. Like it's like it's a freedom in church. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm definitely like whenever like the drummer wasn't there, like they had me sitting in.
Such a big responsibility.
Do you remember what your first show was?
It was I have the picture. My first performance ever was my preschool graduation, and I have a picture of it. Like I was in the yellow graduation garment, and they had like a drum set, and like I remember the songs too. It was what's that? Louis Armstrong. What a wonderful world.
Oh
yeah.
That one.
Oh wow.
And then like the songs, I Am a Promise. That's
what's up.
And so like I like look back and I'm like, damn, like y'all really got me like out here just like out from, like away from everybody in my own drum. Like y'all just like, okay, that must have been a start of like, okay, what's to come? You know what I'm saying? So
and shout out to them for seeing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
What do they think of your music now?
my parents, oh, they love it. They love how I evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I first started making music, like I was like cussing a lot. I was talking about guns.
so I was just about to ask, is that like the term? Like, does that help you your subject matter? You know what I mean? knowing who's listening was like.
Yeah, I was like, and then like my folks from my head remind me like it's okay to like be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do all this stuff or talk about all these things. Just like be yourself. Talk about things that that you're going through. That you know. And so like from there, that kind of gave me like the light bulb. So like, okay, I can go this way. So like growing up, like I'm gonna defend him. I listen to a lot of Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
I was thinking Kels.
No. I'm like, I mean, before that, before that.
I was thinking that too because you were saying like how your parents told you to be yourself, and there's a famous story with Will where his grandmother told him because he started out the same way, cussing and all that shit, and his grandmother was like, "You're good enough, where you don't have to do that. Just be you and let it." You know what I'm saying?
He definitely, his music definitely like inspired me. Just on this course, this one like in terms of him like being himself, sticking to himself, and just and like he got bops, man. Like I don't think like people don't really understand like he can really like rap. Like I know
Don't think it's
don't think shit is sweet. Like he can rap. You know what I'm saying? Especially like in the Fresh Prince days, like he can rap.
He's been in this shit for decades. Like as a rapper, like. Yeah,
and so I got like heavy influence like Kurt Franklin.
Okay.
Then once I heard Kanye, when I first heard Kanye, I was like, and that's when I first like started wanting to make beats and produce and everything. Like as soon as I'm like, oh snap! Like I knew what a producer was, but I didn't like I didn't know like beats and stuff like people like you know what I'm saying. So I was like, yo, Kanye. Rapping and producing stuff? Yep. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. That's hard. I love it. I like to do that.
That was like,
And so I've been doing that since like everything. I was 13, making beats, recording myself, writing and everything like that. So, but as far as like drumming is concerned, like definitely been since like young age. Being in church and then like playing in school bands and everything, being like concert band. Symphonic band, orchestra, marching band. So like being a musician, like you get a one up because like you get so much genre. You can play so much genres and everything. So that definitely helped with my music and the type of music that I make because I don't like to be boxed in what type of music that I make or whatever I make. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like the diversity and people can get like different sides of me. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
That's crazy you say that because when you think about some of the noteworthy producers that we all look to as like GOATs and whatnot, a lot of them had that music background where they were in the band and you know what I'm saying, in some way, shape or form got exposed to more than just hip hop.
Neptunes.
And then I was about to say the Neptunes, big example. And then if they didn't, they were open to listening to shit once they started making music to hear the different ways that instrumentation plays. Because I thought of the Neptunes and I also thought of Timbaland. Because Timbaland is notorious for incorporating like Middle Eastern flutes and drums and all of that in his production. Like it's random.
Teddy Riley,
baby noises.
Teddy Riley, like Quincy Jones, like those are like people that I like look up to. Like if I can have a career like Quincy or Neptunes, as far as production is concerned. That'll be amazing. Hopefully surpass that. You know what I'm saying? So,
because motherfuckers don't really realize Quincy went around the globe.
Yes.
Monster listening.
I seen a documentary. I'm just like, wow. Like,
I wish this nigga was still doing interviews.
Yo, he's a fool, bro.
The funniest nigga, man.
He don't care.
He don't care. He's an older black man. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck what they say. They just talk.
Fuck Michael Jackson. Bro. Sick of that nigga, man.
I love it, yo. That nigga was wild. They had to pull him like, he not doing this shit. Nah.
But I definitely like learned from the greats and even like what not to do. So
that's true.
Definitely thankful for them paving the way so I get a chance to do that. So definitely.
You have a favorite Greg Owens song?
Woo!
Love this question. Love this question.
I love to watch niggas think about it. Like,
favorite Greg Owens song. Okay, so it's definitely "Wake Up."
Okay.
And it's between Inseparable and Slow Jam. Yeah, but my recent song that I put out, Things to Do, it's like that's kind of like, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, I got songs in the tuck right now that are my favorites, but they're like even some that's like I'm not like the main vocal point on. Like I'm just featured on, producing. Like those are like I would say those are my favorites. Like the songs that hasn't dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say those songs right now. Okay. For sure. Yeah.
When those coming
out? I was.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
Nah, you pressed me. I love it.
Talk about new music.
Are we getting eclectic soul too?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's answer the first.
Yeah. I would say towards the end of this year. And definitely 2023.
Okay.
Definitely 2023. Okay. And you know, it's not just only Greg Owens music, but you know, Harmonic soul music as well, because that's a whole different thing as well. So, and we're about to we just dropped a cover song for Tadal on Masego on YouTube.
That's when honestly I became a fan. I'm like, oh, the band is fire.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
So like, which led me to one of my next questions is, so how did Harmonic Soul come to be?
All right, so let me start from the beginning. So I started the band in 2016. I was like 22, 23, and so it was basically cats from my church, like older, like you know, had my music director. Shout out to Salon Wise, Faith Ministries Church. He was in the band for a minute. My guy, Harv, bass, older dude in his 50s at the time. We got another older dude in his 50s. So I'm the youngest, and I'm leading the charge. It's basically, you know, people from the church, you know, whatever. We had a lead singer. And so, like, we was gonna be like a wedding band. We only did like a couple gigs. We was gonna be like, and like why I started is because like I was in the city. I just came back from college. I dropped out of college. I was trying to get into the scene, you know, in the scene as far as a musician concerned. So I was like, man, I just want to go out and play. It'd be dope to start my own band and everything. So I started it, just trying to make it in the scene. And so like we did like a wedding type of gig thing, you know, where you can like play, you know, like bands and like you get hired at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? So we was trying, you know, maybe we could be like a wedding band, get bread, get a circuit, you know. And then like we had another gig, and then that gig was kind of like it was some fuck shit that was happening. So I was like, with the money, we was supposed to get money. We were supposed to get a certain amount of money, we ended up getting like half of that. And so I was just like, bro, if this is how it's gonna be, bro, I ain't, nah, bro. And so I kind of like just left it for some years. I just focused on being an artist, or being I'm an artist already, but being a recording artist, performer, and producer, and engineer. So I just focused on that, and you know, play out Eclectic Soul and different songs like that. So that's when, and then like during the Free Love, I don't know y'all remember Free Love, but that's when I met Forte. Shout out to Forte. He's also business partner with Harmonic, so he's our manager / host. One day we was talking like, yo man, like Forte like, it'll be dope to have like a band and stuff and everything like this. I want to do something with the band. I'm like, well, I mean, I do got a band, Harmonic Soul. I mean, I haven't like done much with it lately, but and you know, like fast forward, things started, you know, a couple years later, me and Forte sat down, came to my house, and we just went to the park, just kind of chopping up what we were trying to do with the band, and like our first gigs was at his state out events. You know, just put different musicians together, you know. So then from there, it just kind of like built on itself, you know. Like I said, we just kind of created our own opportunities. Forte kind of just finessed everything as far as like, you know, the venues, getting to different venues so we can, you know, get bands in there. And so, you know, through a lot of trial and error, you know, different things like that, we just kind of just been building, getting better and better. So shout out to Dez, our lead guitarist. Shout out to Javon, saxophone player. We got a couple people that, you know, switched on bass. You know, first shout out to Davey, he was one of our first members back when we first started back. Now we have Rizzo from the Dreamcatchers. He's a dope guitar and bass. And then also shout out to Eric Long. He's played keys for us at one point, and then right now shout out to Donovan. He plays keys for us. And so it's just a lot of trial and error, you know. And then like each show we've done, like it got to a point where it was like, okay, shit is sounding so good, and people are like starting to gravitate towards it. So it's like now it's like, okay, when you're seeing the audience reaction, and it's like, okay, it kind of the show aspect of the band was like kind of happened as we started gigging more and more. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is not just like a band that's just playing songs. Right. You know, just to be playing songs. Now we got a show. Okay, now like, okay, Forte got a mic. I'm like, hosting. Like, who got a band that's got a host? You know what I'm saying? Right. But nowadays, so it's like each time it's gotten better and better and better. And then at some time, like a lot of times, like we even went like times where we just had like just three of us, like just drums, guitar, and sax. Like no bass, no keys, just like it was kind of like been like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like but people just more and more start coming on our show. I'm like, wow, we must got something. Yeah. And like each gig like just get better and better. So now it's got to a point like, all right, not only do we have play music, but we can put a whole fucking concert show together on some like James Brown or something. I'm really like I've been watching a lot of that James Brown movie. Really feel like I'm tapped into that energy. James Brown with
Get On Up. Chadwick.
Yes.
Don't say that.
What you mean?
Chadwick. I forgot.
So
I gotta watch that. Okay.
And, you know, shout out to the ladies that come out to our shows. We get a lot of y'all out there. So yeah, we just been putting on a lot of different type of events. Like we have like the Soulful Sundays. We doing bring back the ladies' night. We have like the higher vibes, the higher hookah. So like each time, smoke hookah while I listen to music.
That's my whole scene.
So the whole point is like, we all getting older, so it's like, ain't so many people trying to like be out in the club and ain't nobody partying, nobody be partying like they used to, you know what I'm saying? I'd be at a party, I'm like, what the fuck going on, partying? Whatever. So like now we getting grown now, so it's like people like love live music, and we just want. And I'm not saying like people. There's no live band. Of course, there's live bands out there, but we just want to like kind of create something for like our generation that people can. We play our music.
Date night vibe too.
Yeah, we play like music, our type of music, that we know, and then take it old school, take it new school, and then we just like honestly, we just like each song that we do. Like we just like make it like our own. So like even like with today, that's like one of our like fan favorites, like one of our favorites that we play. It's like we just kind of like just make it our own.
I am fan.
Like and then like one song we do is what's it called? It's a Gnarls Barkley Crazy. Okay. But it's a Corey Henry version. It's like a little Latin feel.
Okay. Oh.
And so like every time we do that, then we do like mashups. And so like at one point we did, and then like in the song we turned into T.I. 24s. Yeah, you gotta go come out shows to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You can only hear it at our shows. So like, and then
I can't imagine like what that.
And then
I can imagine with the crowd or like the people in
they go crazy. They go super.
Once they realize like,
you gonna learn a lot about the people you
And then we got to a point where we got that, and then we brought in Down for My Niggas. See and then when we did that, I'm like, all right.
You trying to fight? You trying to fight some shit? I'll flip the table.
With a saxophone in the background.
Oh my god.
We just be creating on the spot, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Harmonic. So we just have a lot of freedom when we play. So it's not like a structure.
Because ain't nobody doing that.
It's structured to a degree, but it's still like a lot of freedom. I think that's what people like about it. So
I love to see it because I remember like going back to those jam session days where you would be like warming up and somebody's like practicing something that you guys are playing and structured, and then somebody just throws a hint of a freestyle in there, and the niggas just hop in and go with it,
then it just turn into something.
And then to see it on that level is fire.
Yes, and speaking of jam sessions, we used to throw jam sessions like last year. We used to throw them like monthly, for a few months, and like
secret locations.
Yeah, on secret location. Like it was like the last one was like a hell of people, hell of musicians came out. It was so much fun, and that's what I like. I like anything that I do. I don't think not to. I mean, just to toot my own horn out. Like I do a lot of shit.
This is what we hear.
Make sure that camera on with you. Make sure you get it all. 4K.
Yeah. I do a lot of shit, man. Like I just like I love bringing people together. Like whether it's on some musician shit, band shit, whether it's performance, like when I perform, I like to bring people like guests. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to share the spotlight, and like even like with the 614 takeover and the cook up Sundays I would do in my crib. Like I've done a lot. I don't think people do realize it, but I don't think some people don't, or people like forgot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I love that aspect of just being me and just being in this position that I am. You know what I'm saying? In the city. So it's a lot going on. People don't know that I be doing. So it's just like
that was really polite for a short
I was about to say,
don't nobody bring niggas together like he did. You feel me?
I'm not saying other people do that, but you know what I'm saying.
And not like me though.
I'm speaking for myself.
This voice.
I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
Fuck your little bands.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
Your little jazz that's with your friend now.
Quincy Jones in the city, bitch ass. I got you.
James Brown on stage.
He said it.
He said it. Fuck you talking about.
You gotta have somebody, you know what I'm saying, like the other side, the angel and the
translator.
Translator.
Sure.
That's what we specialize in.
Yeah, love it, man.
Unacceptable.
So I got a question for you based on some of the information you've given. If you could do a dream collab with anyone aside from Kanye, who would it be?
Anderson .Paak. I think we would on some like drumming shit. All right, let's go ahead. Let's chop it up on the drums. Let's make a track together. Like our styles is like very similar. Like he can play drums while singing and rapping at the same time.
See, that was one of the questions I had. How does one do that?
Well, it's very hard. It's very difficult.
Yeah, man.
You just takes a lot of practice, and it's like coordination. It's like if you like coordinate it, you know what I'm saying? It's like your senses is like working at the same time. So like both of your feet's working at the same time, your hands working. Not only that, now your brain gotta work until where you gotta remember the song. So like you gotta play the drums. And then you gotta like la la la. So it's like you have to like
and to do that in front of a crowd, like
I've done it a couple times, and like people like will still come up like, bro, how do you do that? Like everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
You gotta look at you look at the face. Practice, nigga.
Sometimes I be on drum like, man, I would fuck this up. Man, like
you having that thought? Why remember?
I got remember while I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I gotta hit the. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, there's a lot going on, but it's like
that kind of control over everything all at the same time is amazing.
Yeah, so I was. It's definitely coordination. It's definitely coordinated, and you should be straight. But yeah, I would say Anderson .Paak for sure. I think we make some like crazy stuff, and then I think I do want to work with her. I want to work with her. I think she has like a certain vibe to her, like especially musician. Like I like to work with recording artists that are also musicians as well. I think we can bring out a lot of things, this musicianship aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
She plays. This is the guitar.
She plays lead guitar. She also plays piano.
Okay.
I think she plays the drums a little bit too. Yeah, so that'll be like my dream collaborate as far as like male and female. Anderson .Paak and her.
Anderson .Paak would be crazy.
Yeah, I can like I'm already like I'll be like daydreaming too. I mean, like I'll be low key calling Anderson .Paak out. Hopefully, like he see my tweet like, nigga, I'm about to shred you. I'll shred you. I'll see it too.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like a dope little kind of thing. Like we was at a concert and say some like drum battle and shit. So that'd be like a dream.
You got any battlers or any drummers in the city you want to battle?
Oh yeah, I got a few I want to chop off. You know what I'm saying? But And that's the thing about drummers, like low key, but don't let nobody else tell you like drummers is like highly competitive.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
a competitive
for sure
instrument, bro. Yeah, bro. Like on some like it's a competitive instrument, bro. Like it's just like, but like,
well, 'cause you gotta be an athlete to do it.
Yeah.
But like it's like,
and it's like a whole different.
You know, that's why we have like drum battles, drum off, shout out to Guitar Center. Yeah, but I'm more so like whenever I like do like
shout out to Guitar Center. You was drum battle in Guitar Center or something?
It's called drum off. I don't think they do it no more. But like I was a store champ. I was a store champ in Guitar drum off. Yeah, but I didn't go. I didn't really want to go to like the next round. It was on high school, but
did you just do it?
I just do it.
Store champ in high school.
Yeah. And then
sick. Imagine playing your whole life. Like, you can just go to the show off for the high school kids.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it twice.
Don't even want to be there. Like, funny.
But yeah, it's like, you know, shout out to like all my drummer friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I always look into them like just like, you know, learn something from them, get little things and everything like that from him, like from them as well. Like we like, you know, do like a little shedding where, you know, sheddings where like, you know, just like two drummers just kind of like going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, just getting better, you know, just, you know. So I like those things. I like doing those things with drummers and like that's like more. I mean, even though it's competitive, it's still like, okay, we're getting better.
Iron sharpening iron.
Iron sharpening iron. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, drumming is hella competitive, man. I'll be looking at the drum and be like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm like,
that combination was crazy. That transition.
Like, that's how you know you got like,
pull that back. Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to all the drummers out there, man.
I never knew.
Yeah, I didn't know they had drum offs and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Drummers look at
like,
it.
You never hear no.
I know it's a community like that.
It's you never hear no sax off and no piano key off. You just the drums, bro. It's something like the drum. It's like that's like the. You know, that's the post. That's the post. Just imagine. I mean, just like imagine like music, like the music without drums.
It's not gonna hit.
You gotta have that bass line.
You gotta have that pulse. That you know what I'm saying. Even if it's on some tap shit. You know what I'm saying, like
something that'll catch you.
Yeah.
That and a lot of motherfuckers don't realize a lot of other musicians use the drums as like the safety net.
Yeah.
So you know, like if you going or whatever and you miss a note or you off beat a little bit, you can hear them bringing you right back into where you need to be. Like okay. All right, I'm back in this bitch. Here we go.
Right. And fun fact too. A good drummer I'm gonna rephrase this. A drummer can make or break a band. Meaning, if you are a really good drummer, but the other people sound like shit, everybody sound like shit, then it'll make the band sound good.
Yeah.
It'll make the band sound good.
Because that bass line is still there.
Right.
Really.
Even with great musicians around, you know what I'm saying? If it's a good drummer, the band sounds great. If the drummer's not good or not hitting how it's supposed to hit, you can hear that and you can feel that. It's like, man, everybody else sounds good, but the drummer,
your timing's off.
You can really
crash
It's the heartbeat.
It can really make it break the band. So like when you're a drummer, like a lot of times, like that's why you're saying like when people like get that pocket, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, like that pocket, that's what gets higher. Because like this solid pocket, ain't nobody doing too much. You can have you can have all the chops and everything like that. But if you don't have that solid pocket, the basics down, and you just trying to do everything all the time, it's like nah, bro, like overdoing it. So it's like that's why I pride myself in doing. Like I know I can do everything else, but I can once I like lay back and get that groove going. Yeah, that's where the money at.
Yeah, that makes sense. Almost the heartbeat of the band, like you said. Everybody sound like shit. The drummer cool.
It goes back to Africa, man. It's like it brings drums bring people together. So
yeah.
Drums bring people together.
Because even if the songs I don't like, if the drum is there,
if the beat is right, think about how many motherfucking songs we've listened to where the artist may not really be saying shit.
Right.
It may be mad, repetitive, or simple, but the beat
shit
is
not
slapping. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Smacking. Yeah.
I'm gonna say shit all the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or how many times niggas done busted their knuckles up, pause, if need be, trying to replicate a beat on a lunchroom table.
Right.
Right. Oh man, they took me back. Yeah. They took me back.
Right. It was that one, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that shit came out. We had a cold drummer at the time, white boy. Cold ass white boy though. He was a cold drummer who happened to be white. And that nigga heard it. That motherfucker heard it one time and sat on the set and was like, shh, 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 doom, doom, doom. It just started rolling. Yeah. When I tell you, everybody in there was like, what the fuck?
That beat is too nasty.
It's nigga.
Timeless, man.
Like, what was y'all? What was y'all? Where my camera at?
What was y'all thinking?
There you go.
Like when y'all made that, and I'm talking to Pharrell and Chad, like
that shit.
They had to be on some like, nigga, I'm about to take this fucking pencil and and it's like,
bruh.
That shit just had to happen naturally somewhere.
That's how I be. A lot of the songs be like, bro, I don't know.
Trust me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro.
So with that being said, I got another question for you. Walk me through your creative process.
As far as like, what we want to start?
Let's start with production, because we were just asking, you know, where Pharrell and Chad was at, with, you know, what made them come up with that.
Yeah.
Where do you go to when you know what I'm saying, cooking up?
A lot of times, for real, like it just depends. Like I would say, like one of my processes, like I'll be out somewhere, and then like let's just say if I hear like a song playing in the background, or I'm just out, like a lot of stuff be going on in my head, like melodies. I'll make sure I record it on my phone, my voice, my voice memos and stuff like that. Just make sure that have it on me. Then I go back into the studio, my studio, and just make it. Or I just like freestyle, or just freestyle it. Just kind of just like, play around with the keys, and if I like fiddle, and if something come up, like okay, I'm gonna get somewhere, and like I can build off around that. And sometimes like I don't like do like sometimes I don't do the whole beat right then and there. Sometimes I just start with like a skeleton. You know what I'm saying? Like I have like drums, like like a bass line, like some keys. Then like okay, like once I got everything, it's like okay, now I'm gonna go back and like put some like details on, or like post production. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then like as far as like sampling, I love sampling. I do like I'll be posting like beats, and I'll be remixing and sampling and stuff like that.
That's all.
And so I was take like different songs, just like whatever sample that I go on YouTube. YouTube's my friend. Have like a playlist that I go to and just like chop it up and then just like go from there. That's like probably like my favorite thing to do is like chop up the sample and mess around with it and figure out how I need to do it. And so
Now, how long does it take to make one of those beats that you put on Instagram and stuff? Like,
all your beats be like super like layered and detailed.
20 to like 30 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay.
20 30 minutes. So like I was just I take whatever I want from the sample. Like okay, all right, this is gonna be the hook. All right, this sound like a hook. This sound like a verse. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like take that, and build drums on top of it, or bass line on top of that, and whatever I need to do. And it's kind of like just drop it how I need to, and arrange it how I need to. So yeah. I've been doing it so much. I've been doing it so long, so it's like it don't take much from me. It's kind of shout out to FL Studio.
Shout out to
Image
FL
Line.
Studio.
Shout out to Logic Pro X. So yeah, man, that's my process.
One of the things I wanted to ask, going back to Harmonic Soul. So is the Riff Fest? Do you think like that's your biggest show? Because I know you still coming
by far.
By far. So what was like your pregame routine going into it? Did you know that it was gonna be?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like even from like leading up to it. Like when we first posted, like shout out to Paul Hoy, man. He's like one of the heads that over to Red Fest. I don't know how he just like called Forte like, yo, y'all want this last slot for Red Fest? I'm like, what?
Hell yeah.
And it's at 9:30.
Yeah.
We closing on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm like, and I was conflicted because like, okay, I know Mojoflow is playing at the same time we playing, so okay, I gotta figure it out. It's gonna, I'm gonna do both regardless. Both is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so like we posted so then like once they posted the lineup, everybody seen that we was gonna be at the Red Fest, and so like the anticipation like started. You know, we just kept promoting it, and so like leading up to it, that flyer, like people was just like, yo, like, going crazy.
That's a big fucking deal.
It's a big deal, man. That's like, you know, that's like one of the biggest festivals in the city, man.
Yeah.
And to be able to, and like people, a lot of people can say like, I'm performing the Red Fest, like type shit, like you know,
big fucking names on that.
You have bands like bro, like Robert Glasper and like Layla Hathaway was there.
Yeah.
Like even like people that I looked up to in the city, like it was like, you know, musicians that you know that are my peers.
Kenny G at that motherfucker when I was a kid, man. Sitting on the blanket.
And I've actually performed at the Red Fest before with it's called the Old School Funk Band. Shout out to Mel Ruffin. That's like my mentor. He's one of the legendary musicians in the city. In 2016, so that was like my first taste of the Red Fest. So, but for it to be like my band in like a year and some change span.
Oh, that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that's God,
that's the
bro.
universe. Yeah,
that's God, bro. So I'm like, man, so like, I have to make sure like I don't do too much. So like when I get like excited and shit, I'll be like, bro, I'm like something. I'm fancy.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I wonder, like, what's it like going into that? Just because I can imagine something.
It's just like you're anticipating it, but it's like, okay, I have to look at it. It's like, okay, it's a huge deal, but also like pretend like it's just like another day. So like it's just like, okay, you're supposed to be here. Just like one of your big festivals, like, okay, it's one of your big concerts that you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be all right. You supposed to be doing it. You're used to this.
Yeah, used to this. Right there.
So I had to like be in that mindset. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just make sure I remain calm. You know, meditate. You know, it's like I even like fasted like that Monday through Wednesday on some like water fruit fast, kind of like, you know, mentally make sure I'm mentally there, and other stuff that was going on too. That was kind of like, you know, little obstacles. You know, that's it'd be like obstacles. Like when you leave like a big deal like that, sometimes you have like little obstacles that kind of throw your way. You know, like that. So I had to make sure like I'm good. I'm sane, mentally there, physically. Make sure my band was good. Make sure I rehearsed them. Get the set list going on. So the rehearsals went well. So after like those rehearsals, also shout out to Forever Kent. Before I forget, Forever Kent. Shout out to Trino. We had them on that fest too, and I closed it out with my songs. And so so I just remained calm. Day of, checked. Friday I checked out where we were gonna be at, just to check the scene. You know, I like this. Like whenever I perform, I like to check like the exits, like where am I at, just in case.
Gotta scout.
I gotta scout.
Yeah.
I gotta scout. Yeah. Gotta scout the area. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I was real calm heading into that day, that night, and everything went how it was supposed to go, man. So, yeah.
I sat down and was like, away!
This pose is on the car like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be fire. Hop in the car, walk straight on the stage.
And as soon as I got backstage to our band, I was like, let's go. Let's go. That's when I was hyped. So, yeah, man.
That's a big congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
That's an achievement.
Thank you.
We'd love to see it, man.
Thank you. So yeah, that's just only the beginning, man. So we got a lot more in store. Lots gonna happen.
You getting out?
So it's looking like it.
Okay.
It's looking like it. So for like a long time, like I would even go back to the collective. So I really feel like, honestly, I feel like it was like ahead of its time. Just from the subject matter, like now it's like people are like going back to it, to that album, like wow, and like even like some of my older joints like that was before collective. So like I feel like a lot of people like are just now catching on, and like for a while, I lost like my like even like pandemic. I know everybody was like going crazy in the pandemic, whatever, but like even before that, for like a while, I was kind of like I honestly lost my confidence, man. Like making music and like I didn't like it was hard for me to write. It's hard for me to make music. It was like a lot was going on. It was just like, bruh, I don't know, man. Like even like the songs I haven't put out, like those were slappers for real, but it's like it's not really going how I wanted to go. So that was playing a lot of factors into it. So I was like, man, I don't know about a project. So like what I'm doing right now is like now I'm at a better space to where I have ideas and songs, and I make sure I journal to make sure I like just to document how I'm feeling at the time. And then I use that. Into that's what I kind of did that with Eclectic Soul, but I was still like, I took those feelings that I had and I channeled that to the music. And so now the feelings I have now, I pretty much I feel like, all right, now it's time. I can probably put out another body of work now. You know what I'm saying? And then just like with the band stuff, just like figuring out like which direction I'm gonna go. Just do both. Put out a project with myself, put out my own project. You know what I'm saying?
We would get a jazz album, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that's the thing with me, and that's another factor too. Like I'm so into different things, different little pockets and lanes and stuff like that. And that's the thing, like just like sticking to like which lane do I want to tap into right now? Where do I focus my mind right now? And that's like the thing, like I feel like I do got a little bit of ADHD, man. It's just like man, there's like things going on. It's like you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For sure.
So yeah, with the jazz song, that's just like me, just putting stuff out, just create. That's where I'm at. I'm just creating. And it's actually been beneficial and helped me a lot too. So now it's like, okay, I'm getting a little groove going. So now, okay, I can probably focus on the album or project now. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely coming though. If not this year, definitely next year. And I'm gonna stick to that for sure.
How much harder is it to make? Is it hard to make a jazz album or like a jazz song or R&B song, like as far as putting it together? You know what I mean?
Probably jazz, cause that has to deal with like arranging and like they're getting different musicians to play. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the musicians that was on Soul Food that helped out as well. So I did the drum. Shout out to David Swain, Ian. Shout out to Ben Baker, sax Ian on trumpet. So yeah, just like getting musicians together. I had to send them individually so that they can do their own thing with it. And so yeah, I think that was harder, but like I got everything back and just like that's the fun part. Once you get like everything back and you just start arranging stuff, that's like the fun part.
So people record separately. In my mind, okay.
Yeah, you can record together like in the studio, but like since like everybody got their own little individual set, like it'll be like a lot easier to like okay, send this whenever you're done, whenever you're ready, just send it to me.
It's fire.
It's like I'll chop it up.
I would think it wouldn't work like that. Like
I'll arrange it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
That makes so much sense.
And that's gotta be amazing too, putting it together and then finally get to that point where like, this is
man, to start out with just the skeleton of it.
It's like
that's the beauty of making music, man. It's just like people like hear like the final project, but like they hear the final product, but like a lot of people don't really like. If everybody was to hear like a skeleton version of the song, be like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Yeah.
Like I listen to like even like demos from like Michael Jackson, like with like Billie Jean. I'm like, it's crazy how they came from that to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I love doing that. I love that aspect of making music.
So I got another like off the beaten path question.
Yeah.
Because we've spoke about you love the jazz and R&B and whatnot. As a musician, do you have a record collection?
No, I'm not. You know what? Thank you for reminding me. I need to buy me a record player.
Yeah.
And I do want to collect records.
Because jazz on vinyl hits.
It's different. It's different.
It is different.
I think I have any jazz.
I got a couple friends that got like a record player. Like Jazz does
put that needle on, and it just takes you.
You know what I'm saying? I just sit back and smoke a cigar or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nice glass of brown.
Glass of wine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a vibe, bro. That's my vibe. I like, drinking wine, like red wine, and just kicking it back. And I got the LED lights too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
oh yeah.
I love vibing out. So
creating an ambiance.
Like some incense, you know?
Oh yeah, that's whole ambiance.
Yeah. Jazz music going. So yeah, bro. I definitely need to do that for sure.
Any records you be like on the lookout for, like ones that you like, I need this one before I need it.
What's your first purchase?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm like one of those. I don't like playing shit for real. I'm like real like spontaneous. I just go to the go to the store and just be like, see something.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks nice. I'm gonna get it. All right.
Depending on some stores, they may have some shit playing already.
Yeah.
So you be like, who's this? Where this at? Give me this.
Shazam!
Yeah.
Shazam! Yeah. So I'm the Shazam king. I was like, if I don't know something, like,
oh man.
Yeah. My phone.
I can't wait for it though, because once you get that record collection and you get into digging into the crates,
yeah.
And then especially with you, because you said you like to sample or whatever, and you hear the different pieces that you can take and flip with that.
Yeah.
I know.
A lot of producers sample off vinyl. That's the next thing I want to do. Sample off vinyl. It's like it's definitely like some gems on records. So like, take that vinyl, just whatever gems. Oh shit, it's the B side. Okay, it's on the B side. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Got it now.
There it is.
What made you start showing people your process on Instagram as far as like sample beats and stuff, like how you put it together?
I don't know. I just got to a point where people want to know who you are. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like if you're on social media, if you people that enjoy your music or people that don't know who you are, like, okay, what is your process like? Because a lot of people ask me all the time, like, what's your process like? They like listen to my music, like, wow, it was good, it was great. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you do it? I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just take it to the process. And I like showing the process. I'm like real big on like behind the scenes, everything like that. So like, I like documentaries. I like, different artists that show like their process. So I'm like, I just love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just like.
I used to watch in studio footage.
In studio, that's like one of my favorite
so
like one of my favorite videos to watch, like especially like high school, was like Ryan and Leslie.
Yo, I was wondering
just about to say
when he get the truck
Ryan and Leslie, oh my
with the package,
bro.
dog, and he go in there and just instantly flip that bitch.
Oh my gosh, bro. When he made Addicted, bro.
Oh my god.
Nigga went to the studio, and then I think it was like,
you see the nigga rocking hard.
I'm like,
that bitch like
already know,
bro. That was like my favorite video. He's also one of my biggest inspiration too, Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
So like,
that nigga's nice. He don't get enough credit.
He don't, bro.
Motherfucker sleep on these.
He don't, bro. Like, I don't hope that people don't like. That's why honestly, that's how I feel, bro. Like, I feel like Brian Leslie right now. I feel like it's only a matter of time, but it's like people's like, I don't know. People just need to catch on, bro. Like,
I think it's one of those situations where the real ones know. And everybody else is just gonna have to catch up, because nigga, that Addicted is still on playlists that I have. Where it's
bro.
You hear it, you like, how the fuck you think of this?
He did everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everything, bro. So like, shout out to Ryan Leslie, man. Like, definitely. Now I'm about to go back to YouTube and just watching this like fan out, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you.
So that's why I did it, because I just want people to get to know me, man. It's gonna be more of that content too. I'm gonna do that with the band too. So
that's fine.
Like even like recently, like we got a lot of like views from like even like just rehearsals, like just being like looking in the rehearsal, and showing me like showing my personality too.
I thought the secret location was genius.
Yeah.
And then seeing the footage from it and seeing people come through, like I saw Trey come through one time.
Yeah,
it was like, she was just fire.
It was like a lot of rappers came through. Even like some spectators came through as well. So it was like definitely invite only. Not everybody can come for positive vibes. So that's why we did the secret location, so people,
That's what's up. How y'all get that regular spot at the Della, man?
Forte, man, like, just shout out to Patrick, shout out to Zero. They really rock with us. So like we did our first ladies' night in February. We did a ladies' night in February, and then it was like, yo, let's get this going. Draw the crowd. Let's get it. This crowd's coming through, and like East, and then we did like Soulful Sundays and everything like that in there. So, just Adela's like they give a lot of people opportunity. So I guess I would say since we've been in there, that's what I'm saying. There's been a lot of events and
you can.
There's been a lot of events and a lot of people just going there in Dallas and doing stuff in there. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yo,
I hear about
they rock with us. They rock with us heavy, man. And so like anytime Dallas wants us to put a show, and whenever we can, like we just go to Dallas, man. They all great people there too as well. So shout out to Dallas. And that's like one of my favorite shows too. That's like one of the shows like each Soulful Sundays. I mean, each show we do gets better and better and better and better and better. People have a good time. Even like people that walk in, like they become fans. You know what I'm saying? I be taking my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it really be on some like, nigga, we just gonna do what the fuck we wanna do.
Rock stars, man.
Yeah, we gonna just do whatever. Because ain't nobody gonna bring it like we bring it, so.
There it is.
Yeah.
Where we at on time, DJ?
Hour 15.
Okay. So,
We go.
what do we have definitive upcoming for Gio?
Definitive. More music.
Okay.
More music. Like I said, I just put out a song called Things to Do.
Banger. Go download it.
Things to do.
Tell a friend to download it.
Things to do.
I tried, but it didn't sound like that.
I sang it in the car, but I ain't sound like that nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't sing it in front of nobody.
It's okay, man. It's alright.
Oh, my fault. I had a quick question.
Yeah.
So, like, with you being a singer, artist, musician, everything, is there one thing that you think that you're best at?
Drums.
Drums?
Hands down.
Okay.
Hands down.
I feel like I knew that already.
That was just a pre-question I had.
Hands down.
So I feel like I had to ask, like, I mean, so many things.
He said he was just beating on shit as a music nerd. I can relate.
I'm always.
That's
That's always gonna be like the Danes. That's always gonna be like. Because everything else I picked up along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's kind of just like drums. Kind of always been there since the start. You know what I'm saying? But I do kind of feel like as I evolve, I'm probably going to step more into the forefront when it's on the microphone. Like I do like being on the mic and performing and everything. Like, I feel like my stage presence is evolving as well. And so like as I put out more music, I definitely feel like I'm gonna be in front and center with that. You know, for a season or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. You know, but I'm definitely going to keep drumming, keep producing, and everything like that. So, but I definitely say like in the future, more music. Get some songs in the tuck right now. Like y'all, look, I got some heat coming. We got some, bro. And like that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all thought y'all heard some shit. Wait till y'all hear this next shit that I got. So it's gonna be great, man. And then shows, more shows coming. Yeah, it's working.
I'm excited for it.
Working. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You got anything else, fellas?
It's that Kevin Hart clip, but I don't know if I want to.
Were we at on time?
We got we got time.
Okay, so
We went to the Kevin Hart clip.
Yeah.
We were talking about the.
He was on the pivot.
Yeah,
he was on the pivot.
The money shit.
Yeah. And he was talking about how individuals in entertainment change up when the money becomes, gets to a certain level. Where it's all good when motherfuckers is on the ground swell and we coming up. But then when they start putting them 6 and 7 figure checks in front of niggas change up and fold real quick. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to know, as someone who's in a band, who's also, done their individual thing, your thoughts on that.
Nah, it's definitely like, it's mainly not just money, it's like, it's ego that comes with the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's ego that comes with the money. That's why I make sure, like, whoever's around me needs to understand, like, because I'm leading the band. I like, and I like paying people. I personally like paying my musicians. I personally like paying people, to to do what they do, especially if they're good at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the ego can be so crazy, like as far as like each level that you get to, and the more money you make. You know what I'm saying? Like Big say, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
But always make sure like the ego, like the ego is y'all keep your ego in check. Stay grounded. Know who you are. Don't let money or anything. The only time you should be like really concerned with your money is if you're not getting it.
Yeah.
If you're not getting your money, then that's a cause of concern.
Yeah.
But if you getting paid how you're supposed to get paid, and your ego is in check, then you have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You can each level that you get into, you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's just ego, man. And unfortunately, that's just the case with Kevin Hart with black people in general. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of black people ain't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? When they get something, they feel like they're entitled. So I definitely say keep the ego in check. Make sure your money right. Then you'll be straight. Some people is not gonna be able to get to that. Not gonna be able to get to that next level. Some people just gonna have to stay where they at.
Yeah.
That's how shit gets fucked up, unfortunately. Especially being an entertainer, being a band or whatever. You have a lot of people involved. It's easy to fall short of lose sight of that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with Kevin, man. Business is crazy, but just make sure you stay grounded.
Yeah, I agree. I think you summed it up really well with the ego piece, because that impacts a lot of shit. And then I feel too like a lot of motherfuckers, once they start getting that kind of money, because I'm just gonna speak as it relates to black people, because we're not familiar with it, our spending habits and shit are terrible. Yeah. So we blow money so fast that then in our mind, okay, we gotta get the next big paycheck to keep making sure, because I keep fucking this money off. So and then again, like you said, having the right team around you, understanding that everybody is here for the right reasons, because once you on that come up, motherfuckers will spot the potential and try to look to attach themselves and become hangers on, only to fuck you over.
It's like that right now. I ain't gonna catch you, bro. So just dealing with that, man. That's a whole nother thing, man. So
you see like a chance.
What you doing? Niggas come up paying you business cards, you know what I'm saying?
Here come Bill my podcast.
But it's cool, if you generally mess with me, fuck with me and fuck with the band or whatever I'm doing, man, I appreciate it, man. So it's like, even like with y'all, I'll just give y'all props, man. From where y'all came from to this whole area, you know what I'm saying? Y'all kept going. That's why I'm like, yo, let me get up here again. But it's all in divine timing, man. So
for sure,
I'm happy to be here. Got y'all keep continuing to do it. Y'all funny individuals.
Appreciate it.
The podcast keep getting better and better and better. And y'all be having legends up here, so it's like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got something. So don't think that y'all.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Y'all be having goats up in here. So
multiple times. Multiple times. For sure.
So they fuck with you. Hey, everybody fuck with you.
I appreciate it, man.
For sure. And that only made me love the city more.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming up here, man.
I'm just
between festivals and business cards and we appreciate
titles.
I'm just doing my part. Like y'all doing y'all's part. So and as long as we keep doing our parts individually and collectively, the city's only gonna rise. It's rising already. Because we put the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? So
we just happy to be front row.
Yes, sir.
Literally.
Yes, sir.
Front row fans, man.
So where can our listeners, viewers find more of you, more Harmonic Soul?
Yes, follow me, Greg Owens Official on Instagram, GregOwensOfficial.com, my website, Greg Owens 614 on Twitter, Greg Owens everywhere, all streaming platforms. You can follow my band Harmonic Soul at Harmonic Soul Band, everywhere. So we got shirts. Anybody want shirts? We only got. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but we got larges and XLs coming. $25 shirts. Support the band. Support the movement. Yeah, man. So that's me and everything else I got going on.
There it is. You heard it. Go to the website. Buy a t-shirt.
All links to the bio.
Download all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen to all that shit.
Yeah.
When you see you on the show up. Get your groove on.
Yes.
2-step.
And I might have my shirt off.
Just go.
More than likely.
More than likely. So
Pulling up in the car with a shirt.
You know what I'm saying? So
Prep your ladies so ain't nobody fainting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
professionally.
Oh shit. We got anything else, fellas?
No, man. I'm chilling. Fried.
Watch out for the monkey box.
Oh my god, that shit looks so nasty. Have you seen the pictures?
It looks
I don't
gross.
want to talk about it.
Dog,
Just be careful.
the pictures look crazy.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Niggas got whole meth scabs and shit.
Now I can't go to Asian Star now. They probably have.
Yo, Asian Star, man. I tell you what, but I lived here my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Asian Star different. I remember driving by the niggas being shut down and then flipping it.
Every other week, new name.
I remember the flips, my nigga. Where I'm like, but nah. Yeah, wash your hands. I'm about to start wearing my mask again since monkeypox is a thing. Hey, bro, I'm a different man. You know what I'm saying? Than I was a week ago. I see some pictures and videos. That's all I need to see.
I'm gonna cut the previous footage.
I'm a different person. Don't expect me to be that way again. I grow. I change.
Evolution.
Yo, I'm proud of you. I just if he can change.
It's all grown, man.
You can do it too,
man. Evolving.
Yeah, cause he's a filthy nigga. No.
Bro, I'm not that bad anymore.
Not that bad. Hold on, that bad.
Bro, I'm like,
I'm sitting next to you. Hold on, wait a minute.
This nigga wanna be a germ. He wanna be a germaphobe now, still out here fucking raw. I'm sick of you niggas.
I'm not. I'm fucking with condoms and one bra. It's one different. It's different. It's different.
Nah, sink is the way to go. What's that one joint? With the purple box? That's like it's again with the S. So those are my joints though.
For real.
No, I'm not eyeball condom.
I just don't. Nah, I ain't gonna give all that up. That's too much.
I would just say eyeball shit of years. I wouldn't know.
This one girl was just fucking. Never mind.
And just like that, we gone.
Peace. Adios. Yeah, go ahead. Shut it down.